Hi, I'm Paul Machin of the Redmen TV, the home of uncensored LFC television. I have been asked by the boys at FullTimeDEVILS to come on and give a little bit of an analysis and thought ahead of Liverpool's sit down to Old Trafford this weekend. And strangely, I bit their hands off. Look, I know I'm going to get loads of stick either way, so I figure I'm just going to say it as I see it. Let's start with Man United. I mean, and where to start? Look, you all know, you have to watch them week in, week out, but from an outsider looking in, it's baffling. You know, we've had to watch Man United be, you know, much to our, you know, never-ending frustration, would be one of the best teams in the world for the last, what, 25 years? Which is heartbreaking, because to go from being that ourselves to then having to watch sort of your bitterest rivals go on and take that sort of mantle off you is devastating. So it doesn't feel real this season. It's mental. Like, just the way Man United are playing, the way they're approaching. When they dropped a couple of points, we sort of thought, yeah, fair enough. You know, transitional season or what have you, new manager. The fact that it's continued is, I don't think anyone would have predicted that, least of all yourselves, and we wouldn't have dared to dream at the start of the season that your season would have gone as badly as it's gone. Don't think I'm trying to drive the screw in. If Liverpool were having the kind of season that we've been having for the last 4 or 5 years, I'd take a lot more glee in Man United's fall from grace. As it is, because we're doing quite well, it's let's just call it, it's a nice sort of cherry on top as far as Liverpool fans are concerned for our season. But the way I see it, the problem lies with David Moyes. And I know there's a lot of fans out there who are going to give him time, and I think the track record set by Alex Ferguson, the fact that I think in any other era of the modern game, Fergie would have been gone after a couple of seasons. You know, the fans wouldn't have stood for it. So there's that there, and some might say that's going to be a help to David Moyes, but is that going to be a hindrance to Man United in the long term? Because let's just say hypothetically Moyes is completely the wrong man for the job. What if you end up keeping him for 2 or 3 years on the off chance that he ends up being a Fergie, and he's not? He's just garbage at his job. Look, we had exactly the same situation with Roy Hodgson. You remember, and Graham Souness back in the early 90s as well. Thankfully, we were able to sort of pull the trigger. Souness probably not as soon as we should have done. But the thing for me with David Moyes that's got to be the most troubling for United fans is that the vast majority of Evertonians were happy to see him go, and yet he was lauded as this chosen one and this messiah. Now, I know Evertonians gave him a guard of honour, which was utterly pathetic when he left, but the fact that he was welcomed in like he was going to continue on this amazing crusade that Ferguson had running all this time was just a nonsense as far as I'm concerned. And I think the thing to remember is loads of Evertonians happy to see him go. They're even happier that he's been replaced by Roberto Martinez, who got Wigan relegated last season. You know, and the thing for me is, well, look, from a Liverpool perspective, was Brendan Rodgers qualified to take the Liverpool job? No. Not in no way, shape or form did Brendan Rodgers have the managerial track record to take on the Liverpool job. And I know you don't think a great deal of us at all, but as far as standing in world football and more importantly, expectations of the fans who want us to get back to being at the top of football, no, Brendan Rodgers wasn't equipped to deal with that at all. David Moyes is not equipped to do the job at Man United, but the difference is, for me, and this is just the way I see it, is that Brendan Rodgers has a clear philosophy of how he wants football to be played, and he's grown that and he's evolved that in his time as a manager. And sometimes it's not worked as well as other times. You know, it worked at Swansea, wasn't successful at Watford and what have you, and Reading. But the thing that's most important for us is he wants to play a style of football that Liverpool fans want to see. So we're prepared to see that, prepared to wait for that, and we're starting to see it pay dividends. Answers in the comments below. What's David Moyes' philosophy of football? Anyone? Ask Evertonians. Play 4-6-0, play 4-5-1, play defensive football, lump long crosses into the box, and this is it. And this is why I think I don't see him as a fit for Manchester United, and why I think, for your sakes, I hope you just pull the trigger. For the sake of everyone else who doesn't like Man United, long may it continue. But just the thing is, I'm sat here and I'm poo-pooing Man United's chances. The simple fact of the matter is, we're really shocked that Man United are higher up the table because you've got Robin van Persie, Wayne Rooney, Adnan Januzaj, and now you've got Juan Mata. And in the front four, that's as good as anything in world football. So there's no reason why Man United can't have an absolutely barnstorming end to the season. And that's why, even though we're flying in the table and Man United are relatively speaking languishing, I still am not overly confident about this game going to Old Trafford. We should be, and there'll be loads of Liverpool fans thinking, yeah, we're going to go there and smash us. I don't fall into that category because, as I say, historically Liverpool have a habit of when we are the favourites for things, it not going well, particularly in the Premier League era. But also, it's Old Trafford, it's Man United. You've got players who are steeped in the culture of the club at Man United. If they can't get themselves up for that game, then they don't deserve to be wearing the shirt, to be perfectly honest, and the manager doesn't deserve to be managing them. So, am I confident? Not especially. It's one of those games. I hate these games. I always have done and I always will do. So it's sort of a sit back, fingers crossed. We'll have a bevy and we'll just hope that Liverpool can continue the run of fantastic form we've been on in 2014. Anyway, look, if you want to leave more trolling comments, by all means come over to youtube.com/the Redmen TV and leave them there. We're there all week. And we'll be here for post-match reaction. Anyway, thanks very much for watching me. These are just my thoughts, just my opinions from a humble Scouser. I wish you good luck for the game of the weekend, but we both know that would be a load of bullshit. Anyway, I'm Paul Machin for the Redmen TV. Shining off.